Good morning, Shavua Tov, Agutavach. Welcome to the Kehillat Shari Torah Halacha review for Laws of the High Holidays for Sunday, August 30th. We were talking before Shabbos about preparing ourselves Erev Yom Kippur. What are we supposed to do on the day the day before the day itself? This year, Friday, when Kol Nidre occurs in the evening. So during the day, we're talking about Mincha, and the next thing he says. There is an old Jewish custom to receive symbolic lashes. Now, you may have noticed that some places in the Torah and in rabbinic literature, there used to be a punishment of rabbinic punishment of corporal punishment. What am I trying to say here? Lashes. We used to whip people. Sometimes we would execute them, but that was very rare, probably rarer even than we think. However, public lashing, whipping, was indeed a punishment that was meted out for various offenses. Nowadays, let's be clear, we do not do either. There is no Jewish death penalty. The state of Israel does have a death penalty. Separate story, we could talk about that another time. And public lashes, whipping, we do not do it. So don't get any ideas. However, there is a not too well-known custom. If you know about it, you know about it. If you don't, I'm about to tell you, of receiving symbolic lashes on Erev Yom Kippur. These are not real lashes, but, says the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, it will inspire the recipient to repent of the sins. What do we use? A strap of calf's leather, like a belt, for example, even though it's less than a tefach. Why? It doesn't matter how big it is. So what happens is one person who's receiving the lashes bends down and kneels with his face towards the north, his back towards the south, and he receives symbolic lashes. In other words, the person who's administering them takes a belt in hand and touches the person's back. I mean, like barely touch, in sort of a triangle form there, 39 times, symbolic of the 39 lashes that are maximum that a person could receive in penalty. Someone says confession during those, or v'hurachum. The person who's giving the lashes says v'hurachum 3 times, which amounts to 39 words, analogous to the 39 lashes. You will see videos or pictures, I don't know, they do put them on the web pretty much every year, of people who take this a little bit too seriously. They take off their shirts, gentlemen, and they lash each other so strongly that it draws blood. Who am I to call out anybody else's expression of Judaism? I do not suggest this, and it's hereby not endorsed. We don't draw blood. So there you have it. Okay, towards evening you eat the closing meal, Seuda Mafseket, the meal that ends your day of eating and leads into the fast. Customary to dip the piece of challah for hamotzi in honey, just like on Rosh Hashanah. Some people do it for the whole 10 days. Some people even do it up until the end of Hoshana Rabbah. You should eat food that's easy to digest, not telling you anything you don't know here, like chicken. Customary not to eat fish at this meal, and we should not drink or eat anything that raises the body temperature, like very highly seasoned or spicy or saffron-filled food, spiced food. You should be careful to add a little from the secular to the sacred. That is, you should end the meal while it's still day before twilight, because we actually have to get to shul also. The zealous finish their meal early, about an hour before sunset, say Birkat Hamazon. If, by the way, after benching, that's really the end of eating. If you're going to eat or drink afterwards, you can have a cup of glass of water, which people should have as much as they possibly can fill up before Kol Nidre. It's a good idea to, you're supposed to have that in mind when you say Birkat Hamazon. Remember, this is not the end of the eating. I'm still going to have a glass or two of water if I can manage. Okay, so in other words, we don't accept the fast on ourselves when we conclude the Birkat Hamazon at that meal. What else do we want to say? So a number of us take various medications under medical direction. Some others of us have been instructed by our physicians, our healthcare providers, not to fast. In this case, even though Yom Kippur is a deoraisa fast, it's commanded by the Torah, our overarching concern is v'chai bahem. We are supposed to live by them and not to harm ourselves, God forbid. And one could argue not even to put ourselves in a possible situation of harm. That is why, first of all, many of us are davening at home this year during the pandemic. Also, why, whether you're davening here with the minyan in shul or you're davening at home, you should be very careful, as the Torah instructs us in other places. V'nishmartem ma'od lenafshosechem. You have to take very good care of your health. So, if you are on medication and you want to abstain from taking it on Yom Kippur, please do not do that without checking with your healthcare provider first. Don't take it on your own shoulders. I know people have stopped taking their medication for one day. They took it before the fast and took it again after, and they did suffer quite a bit for a substantial period of time after that. So we do not want to put ourselves in danger. If you'd like help with that, please give me a call or send me an email. We'll be in touch. Send me a text, and we will speak about how to manage that issue. But we do not want anybody putting their physical health, well-being in danger for this fast. Remember that the same Torah that tells you to fast says, "V'chai b'hem," you should live by them. All right, so again, please speak to me, be in touch if you have any questions. Have a good day, have a good week, Shana Tova.